Come on, Barbie, let's paint Barbie. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Here with me is Paint Bar to teach you how to create this very iconic Barbie bee. Now, of course, Barbie is everything pink, 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 and everything sparkly, and that is what we are going to capture in this painting today. Here are my materials I am working with. My colors are going to be red, a fluorescent violet, kind of like a magenta, white, and a little bit of black just in case you want to add a little bit of depth to your sparkles in the background. I'm working on an 8x10 canvas panel, and I have a cup for my water with my brushes and a paper towel underneath to dry off my brushes with. Plus, I have some painting plates to mix up my colors on. And with that, we're ready to get started. So first thing that we're going to be doing is mixing up our main background color. This is going to be covering our entire canvas. Now, you'll want to use a nice big flat brush to fill in your background. I'm going to start off by grabbing a scoop of white, a scoop of red, and a scoop of my fluorescent violet. I'm going to mix those up. And you can play with these three colors until you get the shade that you really like. I think I really like this one. So once you mix up your background color, you're going to go ahead and fill in your entire background with this pink. All right, this is looking fantastic. Next step, we're going to be marking out where our bee is going to be. That way we know when we put our background sparkles in, we don't come too far in the center of our painting. I'm going to take a nice pointy brush and a little bit of white paint, and it's okay if it blends with this pink while we paint this in. That's totally fine, we'll cover it later. All right, so first thing, on the left side down at the bottom, we're going to start kind of near the middle of our canvas here and draw a C shape. From there, this point down here, we're going to come down and around and back into the center of our bee. On this side, at the top of our C shape, we're going to draw a line up about 1 to 2 inches. And from there, we're going to draw a nice big circle, kind of half circle shape to connect this line to this line. And then you can go in and kind of fix things up if you need to. Like maybe I want it to be a little bit smaller, have more lines on the outside edge. All right, next step, we're going to be doing some paper towel painting. I'm going to take some paper towels, rip them into smaller pieces. And we are going to be mixing up a darker pink with no white added in, so just red and fluorescent violet mixed together. Something like this. Then we're going to be taking a piece of paper towel and we're going to bunch it up. Make ourselves a little sponge. We're going to whisk it in some of this darker pink, and then we're going to just dot it all over our background. You can see why we decided to do our bee first. It would be harder to try and cover up some of this later on. Perfect. Then we're going to take another piece of paper towel and we're going to do the same thing but with white paint. I'm going to work it all in so it becomes a little bit more subtle. The colors start to blend together. Beautiful. All right. Now is when we're going to make it look really, really sparkly. So with a pointy brush, we are going to be taking some of that darker pink and we're going to be putting some intentional dots here and there throughout your painting. Then mix up a little bit more. And these are going to be put randomly throughout your painting. So some areas might have more than others. Some areas might be more clustered together, some more spread out. Okay, next I'm going to take my original pink, do the same thing. This won't stand out very much, so you won't need a lot of these. If anything, this is to help, maybe you put like too much dark pink somewhere or too much white somewhere, and you want to cover up with some of this main pink. And the last step for our background is going to be adding a bunch of white dots to really get those sparkles in. So just some pure white paint. We're going to dot it in. Again, randomly and a bunch of different clusters. Some can be more spread out. You may have a sparkle that's alone in a corner or a couple that are together like they're best friends. Beautiful. Next step, we are going to be creating a very, very, very light pink to be drawing the bee in the center of this shape we created. So I'm going to grab a bunch of white and a little tiny bit of that pink that we created in the beginning. And it will be so light that it's almost white, but it is tinted pink. Perfect. All right, let's get started to create our bee. I'm going to start over here in this bottom C shape. Down here at the bottom, I'm going to draw a circle. So I'm at the bottom on the left, drawing a circle. From there, you're going to want to come under and over on the left, making sure to keep some of this darker pink around the outside. And then we're going to have it come down like a U. And we're going to have a backwards C shape here. Now right here, I'm going to have a line going straight up to about this point. And you'll want to give the top of this line a little flare with a diagonal line to the left, diagonal line up, and then bring it down. So that way, this left side is a little bit shorter than the right. All right, next to the left of this part we just painted in, I'm going to paint another circle. And then going on the left side of that circle, coming up around the top of my bee. And you want to meet where the bottom section of the bee came on that straight line. Just like that. We have ourselves a bee. Now, this is where I like to take some of that main pink and touch up around the outsides just to make sure there is an even line around this light pink bee. Evening it out, or maybe accidentally put some of that background sparkle on the inside. You can get rid of that now. Now we want to let our painting dry before we do our last and final touches. All right, once our painting's dry, we're going to go for the smallest, thinnest, pointiest brush. We're going to be adding some white highlights throughout our bee. So, just adding some lines kind of around the outside edge, keeping the lines nice and rounded. It gives it that very feminine, cute look. Wonderful. Next, we're going to be adding a white line around the entire dark / medium pink that is on the outside of this bee. So this is when you can really take your time and get a nice line, get that really refined outline. Wonderful. Last step, we're going to be adding the sparkles that really shine bright. So we're actually going to be taking the back side or the handle of your brush, and we're going to put a dot where you want your sparkles to be. Perfect. Once we have that, then we're going to take a clean, tiny little pointy brush, and from that point we are going to flick the line going up, going down, to the right, to the left, and then maybe even a little X. So basically like a tall plus sign. And then a little X. I might even add some more white paint back into that center dot. If you thoroughly enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel to see more, and we'll see you again next time.